Okay, y'all. So, who I'm collecting myself because what I'm about to share with y'all, this is something I know deeply. This is something I embody. This is all of that. But when we are going through our human lessons, sometimes it's hard, or you need that confirmation, or you just need a word to grasp. Okay, and so I'm sitting here, I got stuff to do, but I don't have much to do. For the magnitude of what I'm going through, I have lots to do, but I have no idea, right, what to do. So my best friend, when she was just here for the weekend, we went to the bookstore and she had grabbed Kryon book number 3, The Alchemy of the Human Spirit. And first of all, I saw it on clearance and I was like, bro, you gotta get it because it's on clearance. It's a great book. But I also have that book. So I was like, yeah, you should get it. So I just spoke with her and she had told me that she ended up leaving the book in the airport. So if I could send her the book, I said, sure. You know what I'm saying? So I grabbed the book and I brought it in my room so that I can put it with her belongings that I have to mail out. And so I asked Spirit, I said, Spirit, I said, with everything I'm going through, what the fuck do I do? Just give me a message. Just give it to me. Right. And y'all, this passage is so damn good because I had no idea that this was the message that was going to come through because I really wasn't asking about a specific person or nothing like that. What I'm going through right now is some wild ass shit. I can actually be homeless any second. My car motor went, so that's thousands of dollars of problems. So about 20 grand, right? About $20,000. So I'm thinking I'm gonna get an answer about that. But the answer I got was so much deeper, y'all. So I'm gonna share it with y'all. Um, all right, and so this is the page, starts on page 82. I opened up the book. I just asked for it to come through. I just opened up the book. That was it. And it says, let me tell you about the story about the Father and the Son. Let the love saturate every pore of your body as the truth of this real story unfolds to you. Now is the time for the healing that you came for and are reading this book for. Yes, I'm speaking to you and we know who you are. And so in this second, I'm going to say, if you're listening to this message, yes, I am speaking to you. And yes, I know who you are. Your name ring bells. So there was on the planet Earth the Father. He was not yet a father, but was looking forward to it, for the birth of a child was imminent. And he so hoped it would be a son, for he had great plans for a male child. He was a carpenter, and he wished to teach his son carpentry. Oh, I have so many things to teach him, the tricks of the trade. And I know he will be excited and will carry on the lineage of our trade in this family, he thought to himself. And so when the birth occurred, and it indeed was a son, he was overwhelmed with joy. This is my son, he cried to everyone. This is the one who will carry the lineage of the family. This is the one who will have my name. This is the great new carpenter. For I will show him everything I know. We will have a grand time together, my son and I. And so as the baby grew up and became older, he loved his father. For his father doted over him, lifting him up in every opportunity, saying, son, just wait until I can share these things with you. You're going to love it. You will share our lineage and our craft and our family, and we'll be proud of you long after I am gone. But something unusual happened along the way. Or is it unusual? I'm reading the journal and it says unusual, but is it really unusual for what's about to happen? Because many of us can guess exactly what's about to happen. As life progressed, the son slowly felt smothered by the father's attention. Oh, okay. And it's funny because at 4:44, I'm going to note that at 4:44, I got a phone call and it paused the recording. He began feeling that he had his own path, even though the son did not recognize it in those words. And he began rebelling. When the son became the age of the teen years, he was not interested anymore in what his father had to say about carpentry or lineage. And he said to his father, "Father, please honor me. I have my own desires and wishes. There are things I am interested in that are not carpentry." And his father could not believe what he is hearing and said, "But son, you don't understand. You need to listen to me. I am older. I am wiser, you see, and I can make decisions for you, you see. Let me show you these things. Trust me. Let me be what I was supposed to be, your teacher. And as we will have a grand time, you and I." And the son said, "I don't see it that way, Father. I do not wish to be a carpenter, nor do I wish to hurt your feelings, sir. But I have my own path and wish to go my own way." That was the last time the word "sir" was used, for the honor between the father and the son gradually disintegrated and diminished until it became a void of blackness and darkness. For as the son grew even more, he realized that the father continued to badger him to become something he did not wish to be. And so the son left home, not even saying goodbye to the father, but instead left a note that said, "Please leave me alone." The father was mortified. "My son," he thought, "I spent all these years waiting for this. Spent 20 years. He's supposed to be my everything, the carpenter, the grand master of the craft with my name. I am ashamed. He has ruined my life." And the son is in his life, thought of his father, and the thought is, this man has ruined my childhood, has shaped me into something I had not chosen to be, and I do not choose to have affection for him. And so there was indeed anger, and what humans would say hatred, between the father and the son. It remains all of their lives to the point of death. And when the son had a child of his own, a beautiful daughter, at that moment the son thought, perhaps, just perhaps, I should invite my father to see this child of his lineage. But then he reconsidered, thinking, no, this is the father who ruined my childhood and hates me. I'm not going to share anything with him. And so the father never saw his grandchild. And so it goes on that in his 83rd year, the father died. And on his deathbed, he looked back and said, perhaps now, as my death is imminent, I will call for my son. And so in this moment of wisdom, nearing death, feeling his intuition, knowing what was coming, he sent for his son. But the answer came back that his son would not join him. "I don't care, for you ruined my life. Stay away from me." And the son added, "I will be glad of your passing." Oh, the anger and the hatred was there. The son lived a good life, and it was also in his 80s that he passed on, surrounded by a family that loves him dearly, mourning his essence that will no longer walk the planet Earth. And this, dear ones, is where the story really begins. This is where it really fucking begins, y'all. For the son passed to the cave of creation. He took the 3-day journey where he picked up his essence and his name and moved on to the Hall of Honor. And he spent a long time in adoration there, where literally millions of entities in a stadium setting, which you cannot begin to fathom, applauded and honored him for what he had gone through while on the planet. You see, dear ones, all of you have been there before, but we cannot show you this, for it would spoil your time here, give you too much remembrance. But you will be there again someday to pick up the next color. For these colors are seen by everyone in the universe when they meet you. Your colors are an identity badge, y'all. And this is where I start crying. This is where it's just like, whoo, hallelujah. Whoo, we thank you, Lord. Whoo, Jesus. Whoo, or whatever you want to call for. Like, whatever. Like, oh my God, this is where it gets so interesting, y'all. And not even interesting, because this is something I know. But to be in my moment and to get this message, y'all, here it goes. These colors are seen by everyone in the universe when they meet you. Your colors are an identity badge indicating that you are a warrior of the light on planet Earth. It is so hard for you to conceive of. At this moment, as I tell you this, it is the truth nonetheless. You have no idea of how important these unique Earth experiences are. Someday you will remember my words when you meet me in the audience at the Hall of Honor. And so the sun was there receiving his accolades. His new colors were placed into his energy to spin into his other colors to show those around him who he was. And when this time was over, the sun in the cloak of the real entity that he is as a universal entity entered into an area where he immediately saw his best friend Daniel. The one he had left to come to planet Earth, and he saw Daniel from across the void and said, "It is you. I have missed you so much." And they came together, so to speak. They embraced, intermingling their energies. And so it was with great joy they spoke about old universal times that they had enjoyed together before the sun went to Earth. Frolicking around the universe with Daniel. One day he said, "You know, Daniel, you made a grandfather on Earth." And Daniel said to him, "My friend, you made a wonderful son." Wasn't it amazing what we went through as humans? How complete the duality was that separated us as best friends while we were on Earth. How could something be like that? The former son replied, "It was perfect because the veil was so strong that we didn't even know who the fuck we was." That's not what the book say, y'all, but y'all know I'm giving it to y'all how it's coming to me. That's how I'm giving it. "But the planet worked so well, didn't it?" said the son. "Yes, it did," replied Daniel. "For we never once had a glimmer of the truth as to who we were. And so we leave these two entities as they head toward the next planning session, and we overhear one saying, 'Ooh, let's do it again. Only this time I'll be the mother and you'll be the daughter.'" This precious story is told especially for some of you reading this now, hearing this now, who have not yet recognized the gift of what is taking place in your life. Dear one, look at the love that it took for these entities to agree to this. We gave you an example of anger and hatred, but they were only karmic attributes. They were fears to be broken, and I tell you now that had either the son or the father during this lifetime recognized who they were, they would have walked into the fear of hatred and anger and come out with love. The other one could not have resisted it, and things could have been different for both of them. This is the new age lesson for the human. Regardless of what you think is in front of you and the way it appears, it may only be paper thin fear ready to be resolved, ready to move into love. Love is, dear ones, the greatest power of the universe. Let me tell you something, and I'm going to just pause the book for a second. But I often, people often think I'm on some wild stuff when I talk that unconditional love. But it's like, every situation that is thrown at us is an opportunity for us to meet it with love. And it's so crazy because, like I said, I didn't know exactly what I was asking for when I opened the book. And again, this is something that I speak about a lot. This is something that I deeply remember, I embody, I know. And the situation that I just went through, for anyone that were to hear the situation from the ego, from being human, they would have a lot of disdain for people in the situation. They would have a lot of ego, you know what I'm saying? And throughout it, though, my transmission has been a deep surrender and a deep appreciation and gratitude and love and understanding for the people involved in this situation with me. And it's crazy because what he said in the past is that if either one of them would have knew, they could have walked through that door. And so as I sit in my awareness, and as people think I'm crazy for understanding that the ego is lying all the time, I'm so grateful because I get to sit at this door where I get to see this person as a very special person in my life. A lot of times we don't realize just how uncomfortable another person's soul is to play a part in our growth. You know what I'm saying? It's very uncomfortable, as uncomfortable as it is for us to learn these hard lessons, to go through these hard things. The parent, the child, the partner, the friend, the random stranger on the street that irritates the fuck out you. These people, they come in with the utmost love. These people love you for real. They love you the most because they come in here to really show you that we can get past this thing. And so I just appreciate this message so much because I could be at the seat of fear. You understand? Like I could be evicted, and I could be at the seat of fear and I could be blaming people involved. But like, I just trust so much, I just trust so much that all this shit is divine. Like all this shit is love. All this shit is benevolent. And as we move into a state of being really able to see each other as God, as being able to really extend each other as grace, as love, as compassion, unconditional love. Like, it's such a gift on a planet, and it feels crazy. You know, it feels crazy for the flesh self to experience such turmoil. But like, it's really truly a gift, yo. And as we move into newer energies, you know what I mean? Like, people don't realize that we also moving into such newer energies where karma is different. Like, we're able to transmute differently, and so we get to be able to really assist the younger people in the next generations with knowing this. You know what I'm saying? Like, because now one of us can know this. I could know this. I could look at another person and see God. I could look at another person and know that, ooh, this is some benevolent ass shit. Ooh, this is a situation of love. Ooh, this is an opportunity for growth, an opportunity to love more, an opportunity to, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I be practicing more open, unconditional ways of relating, and I often be telling people, like, you know, we be looking for love, and in that we want someone to love us, and we want to quote unquote give a person love, right? But really, all these experiences from our parental, from our children, from our partners, it really is to make us face all the stuff that keep us from loving. This is why the biggest racist has mixed grandchildren. This is why the biggest homophobe have, you know what, y'all picking up what I'm putting down here. This is why the parent with the plan has the rebel child. You understand? This is why the child with such a big purpose has the parent who quote unquote may not listen and may not understand, because it's really to bring us back to love. Like, fuck all that. How do I look at this person and see the truth? Because the embodiment in the flesh is so temporary, y'all. This joint is temporary. It has an expiration date. So how do I look at this person and I see the truth? How do I look at this person and I see the essence? And that's by just remembering your own essence. You are not looking for love, and you are not looking to receive any love. We are remembering the love that we are. We are embodying it on the planet. So it says, this love energy. I'm going to start right back from the top of this paragraph, because this joint is everything. Love is, dear ones, the greatest power of the universe. This love energy isn't just the thing that gives you peace. This love, and let me tell y'all, I've experienced peace. You know what I'm saying? Like, people, they be like, yo, Taisha be going through crazy shit, and I've even been called delusional at the level of peace I experienced through my chaos. You understand? But that's love. And I understand that deeply. I'm receiving my colors. This love is responsible for your silence in the face of accusation. This love energy isn't just the thing that gives you empowerment. This love energy is responsible for your universal truths. At the same time, it is also responsible for the most unenlightened things that you can imagine on this planet. For the source of your karmic setup is also love. Sometimes it may take on a strange face, hate, anger. But love is the king of the plan. It has substance, it has thickness, it has depth, logic, reason, essence. It is the essence of the universe. In this very moment, it is being passed to you. For we are here now to meet you by appointment. And all of the words that have been spoken this moment have only been spoken so that you can personally enjoy an earned change of heart or change of energy. And I cry, y'all, because I've been on this shit for a long time. I've been telling people this for a long time. And even though it's a deep knowing, you know, as a woman, this is shit that I intuitively know. This is things that I have experienced. There's no logic or reason around why I know this so deeply. So when I open the books and I get the confirmation, or I meet a person and I get the confirmation, it's just a beautiful, it's for my ego to experience, for my human self to experience. It brings my human self to tears. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm just overjoyed because this is needed, and I'm glad that it's coming through me. I'm glad I get to share a piece of me. I be hiding myself away, um, and just allowing people to experience me one on one. It has been on heavy on me to just talk more, and I think maybe this is a way. Um, and so you earned this. And so Kryon comes to give this message that you are loved in no greater way than you, that the task is no greater than yours, and that it is to receive the gift of new energy and to become new age. You're very old soul. We're very old souls, but it's a new energy, and it's really time. Um, in this process, Spirit asks you to really reach out and touch, Spirit. Really reach out and touch your guides. Really reach out and touch the all that loves you. Feel the electricity and the magnetism of the love of God. Feel the electricity and magnetism of the love of God. Feel the electricity and the magnetism of the love of Spirit. Feel the electricity and the magnetism of the tens of thousands of unseen entities that are on your earth. I really hope that y'all, you know what? I wasn't going to read the continuing. I'm going to read it. We hope that this time together will have given you a broader overview of not only who you are, but indeed who is the one who sits next to you and pretends not to know you. Let me tell y'all something. The motherfucker you wanted to curse out over the counter, they know you. You know them. I'm trying to tell you, y'all. You ever walk around and feel like everybody look familiar? I mean, I know I'm a different being. But when those experiences happen, ask yourself, like, really? It's because you really do know everybody. Whew. Look at another and see the face of God, y'all. Okay, where did I leave off? But indeed, who is the one who sits next to you and pretends not to know you, but who may very well be your best friend or former partner? There's an irony here this day that within this gathering, because this was at a gathering, y'all, he gave his transmission at a gathering, but shit, you might be on the bus right now listening to this, look next to you. It might be within this gathering, maybe the only time that you see each other as humans while you are on this lesson at this time, such as cosmic human spirit, that the workings of group karma has you coming back over and over to see familiar faces that you do not recognize. Fathers and sons, mothers and daughters, sisters and brothers. We tell you that you have always known each other. Now as we surround you with love, we remind you of the family that you are, and the tribe that belongs to you is that of the planet Earth. And so we close this time saying that what you have felt this moment that has spoken to yourselves can never be discarded with, let me tell you something. Here I go to the side again. We don't take nothing with us. We don't take nothing physical with us, y'all. We don't take it. Even as we ascend, we can even hold this embodiment for a very long time, but we don't take it. We can hold this embodiment for hundreds of years, but we don't take it. So the only thing we take, and there goes me letting go, y'all. There go the tears. There you go. The only thing we take with us is that which we remember of our spiritual journey, because it becomes past life, present power for moving forward. Oh shit, and then he says it. So for it will be a part of you from this time forward, even if you did not remember these words. Receive this gift if you choose. Spirit honors each and every one of you who has made the trek to sit in this chair this night and hear these words. And we do not necessarily mean the trek of the past few hours, but rather we mean the path of your life to this point. For you are in the now with us here. All of those experiencing this are experiencing the exact same time frame and energy as those listening, as those reading, as those in the chairs on the island in which this message was originally transmitted. Whew. Do you really feel that you clicked this video by accident, picked up this book by accident, heard this message by accident? The love for you is absolute. and giving freely in appreciation of who you are, and so it is. This is before he this is before he started saying Kryon, in love with humanity. I'm hollering. Listen. Ooh, child. Thank y'all for joining in on that. Excuse me, I really wanted to share that. And like I said, even though it is a message that I knew deeply, it was right on time. And so I definitely wanted to get that out there to y'all, share that with y'all. Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, he gave that transmission in Arizona, if I'm not even mistaken. Let me see. Oh, he gave that message in Hawaii. Okay? Hawaii.